Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to my video. My name is Ziad Abdurrahman. I'm a freshman at Universitas Negeri Semarang, majoring in accounting. I'm 19 years old and I'm the second child of three siblings in my family, originally from Bogor, and now I live in the UNESMEL dormitory at Sekarang. My hobbies are playing games and watching anime, and I'm physically around 171 centimeter tall with the short wavy black hair. And right now I'm wearing black black shirt which is very comfortable because I am someone who cares a lot about comfort. So nice to meet you guys. Today I want to talk about a historical figure who is often called the father of modern astronomy, Nicolaus Copernicus, the inventor of heliocentric theory. Why did I choose him? Well, recently I watched an anime called on the Movement of the Earth, which tells the story about people in the past who fought to reveal the truth of heliocentrism. Of course, the anime is fictional, but it's inspired me to look deeper into real history. And that's how I found Copernicus' incredible story. So let's get started. Copernicus was born on February 19, 1473, in the city of Torun in the Kingdom of Poland. He was the youngest child of Nicolaus Copernic and Barbara Watson-Roth. When Copernicus was about 10 years old, his father passed away, and after that, he was raised by his uncle, Lucas Watson-Roth, who was a very influential bishop at that time. Thanks to his uncle's support, Copernicus had the chance to study at some of the best universities in Europe. And at the age of 19, he entered the University of Krakow where he studied mathematics and astronomy. He also studied law and medicine in Italy in the universities of Bologna, Padua, and Ferrara. So, to understand why Copernicus' ideas were so revolutionary, we need to look at the science of his time. For almost 1,500 years, people believed in the geocentric model, the idea that Earth was the center of the universe. This model was first proposed by Aristotle and later developed by Claudius Ptolemy. According to this model, Earth stayed still while all the stars and planets revolved around it in perfect circles. But as observations became more detailed, problems appeared. For example, Mars sometimes looked like it was moving backward in the night sky, something that geocentric model couldn't explain well. So Copernicus started to think that maybe something was wrong with the old system. He started to wonder what if the sun, not the earth, was at the center and earth was just one of planets orbiting it. This was the birth of heliocentric theory. In this model, earth was no longer the center, but instead revolved around the sun together with other planets. This model explained the strange movement of planets, like the backward motion of Mars, in much simpler and more logical way. So Copernicus wrote down his ideas in his major work called the Revolutionibus Orbium Coelestium, which he completed it in around 1532, but he hesitated to publish it because he was actually a church canon and he knew how dangerous it was to challenge the church's view of the universe. So, for many years, Copernicus kept his theory for himself. He was afraid of being accused of heresy since his model completely opposed the church teachings at that time. But finally, near the end of his life in 1543, his book was published, but unfortunately, In that same year, uh, Copernicus passed away after suffering from a stroke. Some stories even say that he only got to see a copy of his book just before his death, seeing his life's work completed at last. Even though Copernicus had already passed away, his ideas lived on and sparked what we now call the scientific revolution. His heliocentric model inspired many great scientists after him. His work inspired Galileo Galilei, who used his telescope to show that Venus had a face, a strong proof for heliocentrism. Johannes Kepler, who discovered the planetary motion and proved that uh, orbits are not in perfect circles but ellipses, and Isaac Newton, who explained gravity and proved why planets move the way they do. And all of that started with just one simple line from Copernicus: the sun, not the earth, is at the center of the universe. So that was the greatest legacy of Nicolaus Copernicus, the inventor of heliocentric theory. Without his courage to challenge old beliefs, science might not have advanced as quickly as it did. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'm Ziad Abdurrahman. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and bye.